Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Alan Wake. I'm Frenzy the Killbot, and I have Sorry Not Mori with me.
Hi! Frenzy, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking Writer's Tears whiskey, because I thought that was very fitting for our tortured novelist.
That is so clever.
Right? I mean, it's also my favorite, so that's helpful.
That is very helpful. Clever and convenient.
Yeah.
I like when that happens.
What are you drinking?
I was thinking of being clever.
Okay.
and I was looking up all these, like, you know, what do famous writers, like the most famous writers, what kind of cocktails do they drink? And then I decided that I didn't want any of them. And I didn't want to go grocery shopping for any ingredients. So I'm drinking a cider.
Was very nice. Was the top result the old-fashioned?
No, surprisingly, a lot more martinis, like Ernest Hemingway. He really liked his martinis. And that guy that wrote Great Gatsby, he was also a martini guy. And there was another really famous one. Gosh, if I can remember who it was, but he liked margaritas and tequila, and I was like, ooh, I could do something like that. And then I was like, oh, I'm out of all of the things that I need for that, so I'll just drink my cider.
Tequila and lime juice.
All 2 ingredients.
All right. Excellent. Well, I think we're set then. Let's get going.
Let's get going. Okay, so
I will say we can play on nightmare difficulty now. Whatever I was messing around with seemed to fix it, so.
Do you want to play on nightmare difficulty?
I do. I still think it might end up being a mistake later, but we're going to go with it.
Let's go with it.
Now,
I'm stoked.
Do you remember what happened previously on Alan Wake?
Okay, so here are the things that I remember.
Okay.
A lot of people are being taken over by the dark.
Yeah.
Except for Alan. He's the lucky one.
Right.
Except for Alan's wife, because she's missing. She might be missing in 1970 instead of missing in 2010, though, because the cottage there's time travel. There's a time traveling cottage that they stayed at.
Right.
And then also there's a guy on the radio who is not taken over by the dark yet. I feel like he will be important at some point.
Okay.
And then also a dog died.
All of that is true, except maybe the time travel.
But okay.
We'll have to wait and see about the time travel.
Yeah, that was me, like, putting in my interpretation of what I watched. There was a cottage. It had, like, a 1970 calendar in it. And the cottage is not there right now. And the police officer was like, look, you idiot. And then Alan was like, no, where's my wife?
That's very accurate.
That was my dramatic reenactment.
No, I liked it a lot. I asked because what's very nice about Alan Wake is they actually do give recaps.
Ooh, really?
Previously on Alan Wake.
Shut up.
Because
we finished a chapter.
That's right, the start of every chapter.
Alice and Alan, that's cute.
Right.
Damn it, Alice. Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare.
Oh, I forgot about the axe guy.
The sheriff
There's a bunch of axe
Alice
guys.
and I had stayed at.
There's a lot of axe guys.
Oh, but there was one
Cabin
main
disappeared.
axe guy stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the gas station.
Whoa.
Or he owns the gas station.
You know who that guy looks like? Oh, and you know what? I can't even think of the actor's name. I think his name is Wes something. He's in, like, all the American Horror Story franchise shows.
Okay, yeah.
It gives me, like, it's the eyebrows. He's in, like, all of the Grand Budapest.
Oh, Wes
Kind of
Anderson movies.
Wes Anderson's as well.
Worst weather I've ever
His name's
seen.
Wes too, though.
You should
I
put
don't
some
know.
coffee on.
I'll look it up later.
Yeah.
Is this a flashback?
This is a flashback 3 years earlier.
Hey, handsome.
When they were happy.
This is gonna be a
Right?
long night, but these shots are turning out great.
Oh yeah,
I
she's a
guess you're gonna
photographer.
need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Yeah, she is a photographer. And she does all of Alan's photography work, including covers for his books.
When he had a goatee. Thank God he got rid of that.
Yeah. It's a look. It's a look.
It's a choice.
Let's go put
I like
on...
their place.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a
Ooh,
fancy
it's really
New York apartment.
Ooh, it's blustery out. Ooh,
It
what's
is.
in there? They got a package.
I think they got a new TV.
You don't know anything about getting new TVs and just letting them sit in the living room, do you?
No, I mean, look, the table's right there. Just put it on the table. Anyway. Yep, bad weather.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
It's so blustery out.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Whoa!
Ooh.
This is a family-friendly channel, Frenzy.
Well, they're married. That's allowed.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot the Jesus rules, the Jesus marriage rules.
That's exactly right. Before we go in there, there's something making noise in here.
Oh.
It's a radio.
Oh. They don't make their bed.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy
I mean, I don't
snow
either.
necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up.
Ooh, we're getting
anytime
snowed
soon.
in.
Yeah, 3-day long blizzard. That'd be a lot.
We had that happen once.
Oh yeah, we've had it happen a bunch of times.
But the 3-day blizzard, and by the third day, my work was like, no, we're not paying you to not come in. You have to come in the third day.
Yeah.
You have to put your life at risk.
There's a couple things to look at here. First, manuscript pages.
Ooh,
These are kind of special manuscript pages, actually.
these
It's
aren't the
true what
ones
they
that we
say
were
about
finding
the
before.
fall And the sudden
Oh.
stop.
No.
At the end.
They aren't
I'd
actually.
lain here in the snow while the lurid
They are from his
chills
previous
had
book
led
that
me
he
here
was
kept
finishing
playing in my
writing
head.
at the time.
A rerun of
Is that the
my
one that's being
private
advertised
snuff
now?
Yes.
The memory of my
Okay.
corpse. Alone at
And
my
that's why the
home,
voice is different. This is his
thinking of
character
metaphors again.
talking, not him.
Femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there's actually 2 of them.
This was
Yes.
a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
So I don't know if they mentioned it before, but the book he was writing, or he was finishing writing, this one, The Sudden Stop,
Yes.
was supposed to be the last one in the series where his character, Alex Casey, actually dies. And that's what we just heard.
The Fall of Casey, The Things I Want, Alex Casey, What I Can't Forget, Return to Sender. Was The Sudden Stop the one that was being advertised?
Yes.
Like 3 years from now? Or is it the one he's still working on?
So I think at this point during the flashback is him finishing it.
Oh.
That's why we could get the end of the manuscript there. And what Alice is working on
These look really good.
are the promotional materials
sure,
and cover.
Till Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body.
Oh, you know
The
what?
last time was
We
the
need to
last
appreciate
time.
Barry.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Oh,
Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm
Do
right
you,
here.
do you remember
I'm on it,
that
honey.
Alice was
Please
like
hurry.
very, very
she hates
afraid of the dark?
She's
Yeah,
afraid of the dark.
she is.
Which is weird for being a
I'm right
photographer.
here, baby.
I'm fine.
Because she
I'm
has to
fine.
be
Just get the lights
in a
back
dark
on
room
now,
to process her
please.
photos.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's all digital. Who knows?
It must be.
I guess they have the red lights in the dark rooms.
Yeah, but it's still
I really
pretty
don't like
dark.
this.
Honey,
Alan.
it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Yeah, no, true enough.
Okay.
Give her the flashlight. Take care of your wife.
Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, Ryder.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, Ryder boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
They're so cute together. It was an
Yeah.
awkward kiss, though.
Yeah. I think that might be the computer modeling.
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit.
This is before AI got in there and made everything worse.
Yes, true.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything
This is
like
present
that?
day?
Yeah, that's
Mr.
right.
Wake, how are you feeling?
Not feeling good.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've
He's a
obviously
doctor slash
been through quite a
fisherman?
shock.
Yeah, he's
You
a
should
small
take it
town
easy
doctor.
for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Yeah. The
Well,
dark
then,
hasn't
Mr.
gotten to
Wake,
him
we're done
yet.
here.
Nope,
If the pain
not at
gets
all.
any worse or
He's
you
nice.
experience any other symptoms, you should come see me.
For
I'll let you get
now.
on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson
What a
was
nice
the image
guy.
of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take
His
a
big
look
leather
at the cut in
doctor's
my
bag.
head.
Great Falls Sheriff.
Wait, no, he's not the sheriff. They're
No,
in
no.
the sheriff's office, but she came to the... Okay.
I'm sorry you had to
Yeah,
cut
he
your
makes
morning
house
fishing
calls
short for
because
this.
small town
Doc.
doctor.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the
How come
biggest I
people
ever
are like
caught, if you can believe
zombies
that
and
coming
then
from an old fisherman like me, but
he's
she's
fishing?
right up there. Now she's a
Um,
largemouth
I mean, I
bass,
guess he
which is
doesn't
what
go
you're
fishing in the
after if you
dark,
prefer a lure.
and that's when people
Now,
get taken.
If you want either trout or salmon,
Oh,
on the
yeah.
other hand,
I guess,
that
yeah, a
gets
whole night has
fly
passed,
fishing
right?
for you.
Right.
You a
Yeah, it's
fisherman,
light
Mr.
outside.
Wake?
You can sort of see through the
Well, it
windows.
doesn't really
Yeah,
matter, I
okay,
suppose,
okay.
But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Do you like fishing, Frenzy?
I have never
I believe
been
you'll find
as
the
an
sheriff
adult.
in her office. Just go down the corridor.
As an adult. Yeah, neither have I as an adult. I think I'll try it once. Just to see that I
Testing the
did.
lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you.
You don't
just in
change the
case.
lights by flicking the switch a bunch of times. What are you
Mr. Wake,
talking about?
The sheriff is waiting for you in
She's
her
just
office down the
testing.
corridor.
Okay, okay.
Remember
That
this
was
lady from the
Cynthia
first
Weaver.
episode?
I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She
The
used to
town
be
eccentric.
the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on other things these days.
I don't remember
She'd
her
fit
from
right
last
in
time.
where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the
We only
light
saw her
bulbs
for a short time.
of the whole town.
Oh, okay.
She was
Refuses to
also
step
worried
on
about blown
shadows,
light bulbs in the
things like
diner.
that. Back in her
Oh.
day, she wrote about
Yeah, a lot of
all
things are
sorts of
happening in
weird
that
things the
diner.
paper.
Yeah, yeah.
Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
True that.
Everyone thinks a small town is quaint until
The
they
monsters.
learn about the monsters in the underbelly.
Yeah. Let's push buttons.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Or... Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float.
I guess I should say...
Oh, right, the parade float.
Yeah,
the
no,
deer.
we saw it at the gas station. This episode is going to be a lot of talking. Start of a chapter, they're setting everything up, so a lot of walking, a lot of talking.
Okay.
Yeah, which isn't bad. It's going to be, coffee
That's the
thermoses.
same thermos. Oh, where's my post-it note? Oh no. Oh no.
Manuscript pages.
Oh no.
Alice sees a shadow.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Alright, let's go meet the sheriff. Or I guess we already met the sheriff, but let's go talk to the sheriff.
In a calm manner.
Right.
Do we know these people?
So, I'm pretty sure these are some type of reference.
There's a missing cat.
There is a missing cat. This one here says knack for winning contests. So I'm pretty sure this guy won a contest to get put in the game. But
that's funny.
I don't know for sure. I wasn't able to find any actual concrete information on these, but I assume they're references of some kind.
Okay, and then the other ones, are they also for winning contests?
I don't know.
Come in, Mr. Wake.
And
Your
I don't
phone's
think
on
you can
desk.
find the cat.
The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Hey. Gotta have your cell phone.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure.
She was so nice.
I can't remember.
Like, let's get down to business.
Yeah,
walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on
the tone of the conversation's a little
How
weird.
did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her.
I do kind of wonder if they had,
night, but I couldn't.
like a strange recording session where they weren't quite sure what the tone was supposed to be.
Excuse me, I need to take this.
Have you ever heard of the game Skyrim?
Hello?
I've heard of it.
Heard of it? So the game in that series that came before was called Oblivion.
Do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
I think I've heard of that one too.
Go to the back lot.
Oh, sorry, this is important.
Hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
This whole time I thought it was a spooky thing, and it's just like a simple kidnapping ransom. It's just kidnappers?
Apparently.
This whole time?
Apparently.
No.
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry.
I don't trust
All of
that
this,
route.
It's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay. You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
What I was saying before
got a
about
really sore neck.
what I was saying about Oblivion. Apparently, when that game was being developed, they printed out all of the dialogue, but then they put it in alphabetical order and gave it to the voice actors. So none of it was actually like conversational. So they had to guess what tone they needed to use.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, I don't know. But that game is very wonky in the way dialogue works. Like the tone just flies all over the place. Kind of like that one we just had.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Oh gosh. Maybe Walter knows something.
They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright
Oh
in
no.
here.
Walter's scared of the dark. Oh no, he knows.
He knows something.
Turn on the light. Turn on the light.
Or, maybe he's just afraid of the dark.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
I won't.
I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See? Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now.
Okay.
Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien!
Walter knows.
I know it
Yeah.
like something
He knows something.
a drunk would say, but believe me.
So his friend got turned into a Taken, or a space alien, and then
he had to defend himself, and then he was
beat the
so
crap out of him.
traumatized that he got drunk after.
Yeah. And now he's in jail.
And he knows not to be in the dark. Because that's
He
how he
does.
turned into a space alien. Why are
That's
we going in
right.
here? Oh, God.
there's a manuscript page.
Manuscript. Okay, that's worth it.
They are important.
I'm like on the lookout for all the bad things to be happening.
The dark presence in the diner.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Whoa. Where's that?
Cauldron Lake, where the cabin was.
Oh.
You guys remember the lady at the diner who told us to go there?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
early
I thought
morning
this
light
was-
hurt my eyes
okay.
and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
There's a hole in the fence.
Apparently. Yep, that's an old car.
That is a nice old car. Where's the hole in the fence?
Whoop. It's boarded
The
up.
caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station.
It's here.
There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Oh, that's
That's a power kick.
totes not sus at all. Very discreet.
Whoop. The hell? Ah,
Oh, manuscript.
manuscript. Wake at Lover's Peak.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. I guess we will be meeting the kidnapper.
Excellent. Are they just going to be wearing a ski mask?
Alice's
Oh, I don't
driver's
know.
license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
He sure did.
Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
All right,
Is
before we
Barry
go
going to
in,
be in this for the rest of the time? Because that's exciting. Let's get that thermos.
we gotta. Oh yeah, the thermos. I meant the radio, but
Let's get the thermos.
the thermos too.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
So I guess the disturbances are not going unnoticed.
But they're finding the they're finding alternative solutions for what those disturbances could be.
Yes. Just people excited for Deerfest, which, you know, Deerfest is exciting.
Mm-hmm. They're really Occam's razoring it, which is probably the smarter thing to do unless you are in a horror video game story.
Right. Well, it's interesting.
Whoa.
No,
Is he just sleeping?
He's sleeping it off.
Oh, I thought he was dead for a second. I was like,
There's a
how?
light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite.
More videos of him writing.
Darkness
He has to write to get to Alice.
It's a long,
writing and
hard journey
ranting.
into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
I mean, that's one way to finish your novel. If you get someone you love kidnapped every single time, it's really a good motivator.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know what the quality would be like.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have
I mean, I don't have any complaints so far.
on their
Oh, fair.
and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Right, those old guys in the diner.
That's
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
No.
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at
Gross.
Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil
Yeah, you only have one
I'd like to
motel in
invite you to
town and
stay at
everybody
Cauldron
knows it's
Lake
full of
Lodge.
roaches.
Did you talk to my wife?
That's
I
not
had
good.
the
Cauldron Lake
pleasure of
Lodge.
discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Hey, he's the psychologist, right?
Yeah, the lodge is his clinic.
Cauldron Lake
Nobody
Lodge
move.
is his
Get your hands
clinic.
off of my client.
Who are you?
Whoa.
I'm Barry Wheeler,
Barry!
his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Was that the one that was across
out of
the lake?
Yeah,
What the hell was that about,
that we could
Al?
see from the island
We
that
don't
doesn't
need
seem to
a
exist
replay
anymore.
Of that thing with the paparazzi.
The island
I thought
doesn't
they were gonna
exist
lock
anymore,
you
but
up.
the lodge still exists.
The lodge still exists, yeah.
Okay.
I had to talk to
And
someone.
didn't it used to
I
be
told
something
Barry
before he took it
everything.
over?
He thought I was certified.
Yeah, like, it used to be like a
The
hotel.
manuscript I had him. The fact that I'd written
I thought it
something,
was
even if I couldn't
spookier.
remember it, was
No,
enough for
no.
him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow, I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Who's Max?
Who's
Do we
Max?
know who Max
Whoa.
is?
Jeez, Mr. Takes a
No,
swing
we don't.
at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Whoa. Look at that mammoth.
Yeah.
Look at that
Seriously,
bear.
Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, You're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Yeah, I don't think he's wrong.
I mean...
But, Alan's also got a point that, Alice has been kidnapped, apparently, so something's clearly going on.
Alan's truth is his truth.
Easy there, boy.
As much as I can understand... I swear to God,
Rusty,
that's not
right?
the dog, is it?
It's a different dog.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake
Is
your
this
hand,
dog
but mine are
okay?
kind of full
Why
here.
do they keep hurting dogs?
Actually,
I
I'm sorry
don't know.
about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to
No,
use here. Hell, you're not
Max.
supposed
That's
to
who
hunt within
Max
the park
is.
at all. But that
Yeah,
doesn't
poor little
stop
dog.
some lowlifes.
Who did that?
Well, at least Max is going to be okay.
Okay,
He got
good.
lucky. Max is still
Aw.
groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
I knew it was a mammoth.
Yeah, let's go take a look at the stuff inside.
Okay, boy.
Okay.
We're almost done here.
Seriously,
Oh,
Al,
I
you
hope
can't
Max
just go
is
and
okay.
meet a kidnapper. Those situations
Ooh,
always end up
ooh,
in disaster.
ooh.
Yes?
Ooh,
gotta
ooh,
Yes.
ooh.
cops.
There's a thermos. There's a thermos.
She's my wife.
There is a
It's my
thermos.
call. Can we talk about this later?
No.
Hell
This
yeah.
whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I mean, Alice isn't there. Barry can't deny that.
No, he can't. But he didn't hear the phone call.
Oh, right.
I really like
That's- The grizzly?
well, just this whole space. Oh, hello. The little tourist center, whatever you want to call this, welcome center.
It reminds me of every single visitor center at every provincial park.
Yes, exactly.
In Ontario. It's wonderful.
I think we have less stuffed animals, but taxidermied animals?
I don't know. It depends on the park, but there's some that are just full of taxidermy. Like Killarney
Really?
is full of taxidermy, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Pinery too. Algonquin. Yeah, some of the bigger ones.
They don't have a mammoth skeleton.
None of them have a mammoth. And honestly, every time I go, I say, it's missing something. I can't put my finger on it, but now I know. It's
Yeah.
a mammoth. They're all missing mammoths.
Right. A mammoth skeleton with a cool name.
Columbian mammoth?
No,
Or
Bucktooth
mammoth?
Charlie.
Bucktooth Charlie.
Looks like a Charlie,
Sure. I can't think of a more fitting name.
right?
Okay, we're getting the form.
Do a little paperwork.
Yep. Sign that baby. I like the carpets.
Yeah, they're nice.
It's a nice vibe. Lovely scenery. Everybody has 3 jobs in this town.
This is
Classic.
the form you wanted?
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks.
Why didn't they
Tell
just
me how
do
to get
this
to
the
Lover's
first
Peak.
time?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any
Pet the
trouble
dog.
finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Okay.
Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried.
Foreshadowing.
We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't
yeah, a little
heard
bit.
from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right.
Can we pet the
thanks.
dog?
We can't pet the dog, actually.
Can
we
you
just
try
have-
to pet the dog, Frenzy?
I can't. We can just watch Rusty pet the dog.
Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
And now we're gonna walk away.
Oh no, I ruined it.
That's okay. Max needs to get better, needs to rest.
Oh,
You're asking me
Max
to believe
needs
that you
rest.
shot a dude who went
Barry, are we still
into thin air,
friggin' talking
a
about
guy
this?
who was bulletproof Until
Jesus.
you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms. Strapped
I mean,
to their
again,
beds,
he's not
wearing white
wrong.
shirts with 2 long tangled up sleeves. and eating a
Barry
healthy
looks
diet
like
of
a New
pills.
Yorker who doesn't quite know how like small town wilderness people dress and just gave it his best shot.
Gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no
hiking
proof,
boots
it's
and
pure
jorts
bullshit, period.
or whatever. What do you call the long shorts again?
Al,
Are those like
come on.
cargo? Capris is
Cargo
like the
capris, yeah.
cargo capris, which I've never seen in my life.
Thanks for the heartfelt
The
vote of
hiked up
confidence.
socks, which are actually very
All I'm
popular.
saying
The
is
Gen
you gotta
Zs have
throw
brought
me a
that
bone
back.
here,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
bestseller.
hiking boots, a
What would you think
Hawaiian
if it was
shirt.
me? There's no way
And I
you should
mean,
be
the
going
truck
out
is
at
his
midnight
idea
with
of
a gun.
an off-roading
No
truck.
one asked you to come
I
here,
love
Barry.
it.
Either work
I
with me on
absolutely
this
love
or
it.
go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Yeah, Barry's not a happy camper right now.
What's your choice, Barry?
That's where we're going to end this episode.
We don't get to hear Barry's choice. I bet his foot's gonna get caught in one of those bear traps.
No, Barry's with us. He's just very reluctantly supportive.
Okay. You know what? We need that kind of dramatic tension in this story. There's not enough drama happening.
Right? Yeah, like I said, this episode was a little light on the action. A lot of storytelling going on, but that is important. You know, we gotta.
It's okay, we got a good setup. We have kidnappers.
Yeah.
We have a destination to meet them. We've already
Lover's
read the manuscript of what that's going to look like.
A little bit, yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
So we know at some point we're going to have to shoot a gun, or the kidnapper will.
Yeah. It is one of the cool things about this game is that some of the manuscript pages you read are things that are going to happen, and it's like, okay, so like that is going to happen. You just have to wait for it.
They're in advance, but yet they're not spoilers. Like it's kind of cool, like because that's a fine line that they're tiptoeing, and they're executing it well.
Yeah, it adds to the storytelling instead of wrecking it. It's good.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I like it a lot. Very cool
Okay.
game. Next time there will be more action.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
Good. Everyone else, thank you for watching. See you next time where we go and try and meet some kidnappers in the forest at midnight.
Ooh, baby.
See you then.
Bye.